Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fishing North Atlantic. So, today we're back out and we are going to pick up the 20 pots that we set, and I'm not necessarily expecting the greatest amount, but what we are is dealing with some weather out here. Now, it doesn't show any weather, which kind of sucks, but I mean there is some weather out there, so I mean at least it's a little bit challenging, I guess you can say. There's water coming over the front bow there. But yeah, so we got 20 pots. It won't take too terribly long to do. We set 20 pots out last episode, which would be Friday, I do believe. And now we're just picking them up. So like I said, it won't be too terribly long. If you do have a name for this gorgeous boat here, let me know in the comments below. And of course, thanks for watching and everything else. Now, we do have a few more subscribers that we have to, talk about, like always. The first one being, I don't really remember the last person that I said. So, what we're going to be doing is 4 days ago, Mr. Allen. 3 days ago, Toon Wild. And also 3 days ago was Kel Hazad. Or Kel Hazad. I don't know, something like that. And of course, I do apologize if I do butcher it. Let's see. And then 10 hours ago, Red Run Falls. They subscribed 10 hours ago. And 6 hours ago, Christopher subscribed. And that makes us at the grand total of 244 subscribers. It seems like as soon as we hit 200, it just skyrocketed, which, I mean, I can't complain. So, definitely thank you much for that. Honestly, couldn't do it without you. So thank you all for that. And also thank you for watching and everything else. And thank you for dealing with me while I was gone. But we're definitely coming back for sure. Today, it is May 30th. Tomorrow is Memorial Day here in the US of A. Memorial Day is everybody that has fallen fighting for our freedom and everything else. We try to remember them. A lot of people don't necessarily know what the holiday is, or if they do know what the holiday is, they don't necessarily celebrate it for what it is for. So, that's what it is here in the US of A, to, celebrate the people who has served and everybody that lost their lives fighting for our freedom. So of course, thank you for that. And, if there is any vets in the subscriber account or is even watching this, thank you for sacrificing your life and everything else for my freedom and, my family's freedom. It definitely does mean a lot. Now today, speaking of freedom, we actually went to the coast, and somewhere I haven't been for a long time, just like a little bit more south than what we normally go. But yeah, I mean, we went out, my gal's parents wanted to go out with the rest of her brother and sister, and we went out and, just hit the town, basically. It wasn't too terribly bad. Just had a good old time. We left at like 8:30 this morning, and now it's 7 o'clock. So, it's been a long day. And of course, my allergies cleared up when we went west, and then when we came back into the valley, everything hit like a ton of bricks. So it hasn't been fun. But, eyes are itchy, nose is running, sneezing, coughing, the whole 9 yards. I actually thought I was getting a cold or something, but, it's just allergies. It's that time of year. Everybody's haying, everybody's, cutting grass, everything. And because it's been so hot lately, it's just been, holy shit, 1,700 pounds of crab when the last one was 238. Good Lord. Anyway, we can see a lot more of those. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what's been going on. Allergies have just been killing me. But it is my 3-day vacation, basically. And then what is going to be happening next week, on the 5th, I actually have the 5th off, which is, I believe, next Saturday. And then we're headed to the coast to go camping, but it's only on my 3 day, 3 days off. So it's not necessarily too you know, too long or nothing, but because I don't have any vacation or nothing racked up yet, I gotta wait 6 months, I do believe, before I start getting any of that. So because of that, you know, we're not doing nothing too crazy, and you know, can't miss any work. So I'm gonna try to upload videos. I'm gonna try to make enough videos tomorrow, which is Monday, because I don't think we're doing anything. In which I'm gonna need to make, well, without this, 9 more videos. So if I do talk about a lot of the same stuff next week, it's probably because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. You know, doing this whole YouTube thing to make things interesting and to have videos over a long period of time, you basically sit down and you record for 2-3 hours a day or more. Well, probably about 5 hours, and then the rest of that time you're editing and stuff like that. And so, you know, if I do talk about the same stuff, it is only because I've been sitting at this computer for a while. But anyway, other than that, we just been working along. My gal's doing good. My dog's doing all right. He's being a pain in my ass, let me tell you. But other than that, he's doing good. You know, everybody's doing all right. No big changes this week, other than you know, I'm still figuring out what I'm doing with the job. So you know, a few weeks. Well, this is actually my second week. My second full 40-hour week, and there's a lot of things that I still don't know. I mean, it's basically the same thing. I go out, pick up a bin, drop off a bin, so on and so forth, head back to the landfill, dump it out, or dump the brush, wood, whatever I pick up, and then you go do it again. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But the problems that have came up, I haven't never dealt with before. Like last week, I blew a... So in the hydraulic line, you have a male to female, female to male connection. There's 2 of them, and if you don't put the male to female connector in just right, you can blow a rubber O-ring. And so if you do that, then you got to rip it out, and then you got to put another one in. I didn't necessarily know that because I never dealt with hydraulic lines before. So because of that, I you know, figured it out on the fly. You know, I called my coworker and was like, hey, what the hell are we supposed to be doing? And then so he told me, and basically what we did was we just caught all the hydraulic fluid and went on from there. Because I couldn't find an O-ring. But now I have like 7 of them everywhere I go. Because it's like a joke on you. Like, oh yeah, you screwed up, we're going to let you know about it. Which is fine. I mean, like I said, I'm new. But, you know, like this week, the only real big thing happened was actually yesterday, Saturday. I couldn't figure out how to get the boom on the trailer all the way up. Like, you would get up to the first boom, and then the second boom wouldn't go up. And I couldn't figure out why. Well, what we figured out is that when it got hot, the fluid got thinner, and so it would take more pressure to get it up. And basically what happened, long story short, is that because I didn't have enough pressure, which I didn't know, and I was told not to do this, but because I didn't have enough pressure, it wasn't, you know, increasing and wasn't going up. So I learned that the hard and fast way, and you know, oh well. I only got 1 pair of trash instead of 2 trash that trip, and but now I know. And but like they're like, oh well, you know, you don't want to blow up the pump because that's not good. And it's like, oh well, you know, that's what I was doing. I didn't want to do that, so you know, whatever. What we're gonna be doing here actually is I want to skip forward at least an hour to get those blue, and then, oh come on. It should be blue literally any time. There it is. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Holy mackerel. We're just rocking and rolling now, boys. Yeah, everything's all right. You know what? How about, Victor, you start cooking, because why not? Maybe we'll catch more crab. Who knows? So it looks very triangle-y now. I don't know if I actually care for the triangle effect, you know? I mean, I do like that it's more rough, but I mean, it's all uniform, you know? It's all I don't know. At least they're working on it. I mean, it looks almost like, you know, like I said earlier, like a chocolate or like a milky water silk situation. I don't know. It's weird, but at least it's getting rougher. So, with that being said, oh look, the prompt's out of the water. With that being said, at least they're working on it. Anyway. Also, just for everybody to know, I've been getting a lot of comments about Gold Rush coming out on console, and yes, it has actually came out on console. I just got I haven't been on the computer for a while, but I just got a notification on Steam that said it is now on console. So, and I also got Michael. He's one of my subs. He tells me everything there is to know about Gold Rush, which I do appreciate. But he told me that he got it on PS4, and it wasn't necessarily laggy, but glitchy he didn't know yet. So, I mean, that's one thing to look at, one way to look at it. Other than that, basically, like I said, nothing else. Open Country, I always said I was going to get that game just, you know, for something to do, but they keep moving the flippin' release date. First, it was May 18th, or May 15th, then it was May 18th, now it's May 20th. Now all of a sudden it's like June 3rd or June 10th. That was a 2,000 pound pot right there, but we didn't notice it. So, it's absolutely crazy. I don't know what the hell release date is. I don't know. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes and ears out for that one. But yeah, like I said, not a whole lot coming on. Not a whole lot going on. You know, Gold Rush is doing all right. We're just, you know, going on and keep on moving on, basically. You know, my monkey, she's doing all right. I mean, she just walked for the first time, but everybody thinks it's a fluke because she hasn't walked after since then. Or at least I don't think so. I haven't seen her this week yet. I know my brother, he's been working some weird, really strange hours. Some days oh my God, 2,400. Some days he works, you know, like 8 hours, and the next day he works, you know, 12. So, and then he gets like one day off here, then split days off, and it's just all cattywampus for him. So, like I said, I don't really know what the hell his schedule is. I haven't really even really talked to him, basically. But that's me and my brother. You know, we don't really talk unless we want something or need something. But other than that, or actually, I actually yelled at him the other day because he didn't tell me when a game was on sale. And so now he pretty much tells me every time a game's on sale. And that's actually how I found out Subnautica was on sale, or was actually free. That's why I bought it, or I got it because it was free. But other than that, you know, like I said, me and my brother, we don't really talk much. My sister-in-law, she's doing all right. She's still a pain in my ass, just like normal. You know, because she had the Guillain-Barré syndrome. If you don't know what that is, I do have a video on it a little bit. Not a whole hell of a lot, though, because I don't necessarily know about it. I thought it was the nervous system, like your brain attacks your nervous system, but it's actually your brain attacking your immune system, and it's very, very dangerous, I guess, because, you know, it literally paralyzes you, and I don't know if it can kill you or not, but she looked pretty bad, so it probably could. But yeah, she lost a bunch of weight when she was pregnant and everything else, and then she found out that she had Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a big ass word for the brain attacking your immune system, apparently. If you want to know more about it, Google it, because they can tell you more. I don't necessarily know. I just go with what they tell me. And this has been a year and 5-6 months ago, you know, whenever the baby was born. How old is that baby now? She's born on the 22nd of January. So she's a year in January, February, March, April, May, a year and 4-5 months, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to concentrate and no, come on. I'm trying to concentrate and get the pot. Oh, did it go on the other side, you bastard? Where the fuck did it go? Where'd it go? Oh, nope, now it's on the other side. Okay, so it's a little bit challenging because it was underneath the boat. And we just... I mean, I do like it. I mean, because it is challenging. maybe this will make us go shallower. But I mean, you can't see where the weather is. So if they implemented that, I feel like it would be much better. Good Lord, I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Because the waves hit me, or the buoy, and then it hits me. And now I'm all cattywampus. And then, you know, if we go in first person, we can't see shit. So, I don't know how the boys do it up in Alaska, or in, you know, here in Oregon, or anywhere. I don't know how they do it. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's simmer down and turn. I mean, we're full to port, and we're not turning. And I don't have any bow thrusters, so that ain't gonna help me none. I'm about ready to just say fuck it and go on to the next one. I mean, we're not even moving at this point. I mean, we're full throttle and we're not moving. Oh, screw it. We'll just pick that one up later. Fuck it. Okay, there's the next one right there. Can just barely see her. Just barely. I think, honestly, they made it. I don't know. The waves are just weird, you know. It's I mean, it's much better because it's, you know, there's actually seas and everything else. But come on, hit it. There we go. If you can hit it that far up, then you're fine. But if you don't, then you're screwed. So anyway, let's head up to the next one. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That would explain a lot. Where's the next one? There's the next one right there. Everybody's texting me because it's about normal. There we go. Okay, simmer down. Simmer down. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa. I mean, but honestly, I mean, we got 15 pots, let's say. And we basically getting about 1,000 per pot. I mean, it would take a while to get 300,000 pounds of it, but I mean, it's actually doable. It is actually more fun than what it used to be, and so on and so forth. Now that the waves are absolutely ginormous, 21 miles an hour. That's probably why. It's probably why that it's rough, quote unquote. That is, let's see. Dum 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 dum. Blah blah blah. Also, I don't know if I told you guys, but my one video, the most popular video on the channel, has hit over 5,000 views. I think it's up to almost 5,100 views, and honestly, that is insane to me. 5,000 people have watched that video, and I think, like I said, I think it's absolutely crazy. So, of course, thank you guys so much for that, because, like I said, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And, yeah, absolutely crazy. And last night I had a dream that I hit 1,000 subscribers, and that also is crazy. And, you know, I do believe that we can make it, and I do believe that we can make this community a great one, you know. A lot of conversation. Did I miss that fucking buoy? No, I didn't. You know, I think that we can make it a great community and everything else. And as always, if you guys have any ideas to make it even better, let me know in the comments below. And then hopefully we can actually, if I can figure out how to make a Discord, we can potentially start doing that. And you know, so on and so forth. As always, you know, I make my channel 18 and over just so I don't have to deal with all the you know, all the YouTube BS, you know, because if you do it kid friendly, then, you know, you can't cuss or nothing like that, and it's just like, really? So 18 and over, no kids allowed. I mean, your kids can watch it if you allow them. I mean, it's ultimately up to you, but because of it, I have to put on YouTube that no kids are allowed, 18 or younger, or 17 and younger, I guess you could say, 18 and over, whatever. So, but anyway, that is the one downside. But I mean, I feel like you get the real me, you know. This is just me talking. Whatever comes out goes out, you know. I don't want to hold myself back from, you know, anything. So what you hear, what you see is what you get, you know. Real me. If you met me in real life, it'd be the same way. Where is my pot? Because it is this way. Oh, there it is. It's way the hell down there. And we're going 5 miles an hour. I mean, this boat has like no gusto whatsoever. But, you know, I think the waves are too close. I mean, like this, I don't think this is real life at all. I mean, you would have swells, you would have more big waves and then smaller waves and, you know, all that fun stuff. So, it's not necessarily most realistic waves, but I feel like they're slowly starting to get a hold of it. So that is a plus. That is a plus indeed. Now, where is my buoy? If we ever get there, we can get my buoy. But that's if we ever get there. I mean, okay, at this point we can just fast travel faster than that. Thank you. Okay, now where is it? Oh, there it is, right dead ahead. Right dead ahead. It's dead ahead, Captain. Dead ahead indeed. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just run into town right quick, sell the crab because, you know, no need in killing them. And then, oh, look at that. The crane even moves. That is cool. Didn't even notice that. Look at that. Just rocking and rolling. I feel like that's a nice touch. That's a very nice touch. You know, I do appreciate that they're actually listening and making the waves rough. You know, it is winter time and stuff like that. I just feel like they can make it more separated, more swell type or swell like, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, if they do that, then it's going to be one badass time. $15 in Digby, $15.91, $15.93, $15. Okay, how much is Digby? $15.83, $15.91. Looks like we're going to Yarmouth again. Yes, Mr. Allen yelled at me. Well, not necessarily yelled at me, but he's like, you said Yarmouth wrong. It's Yarmouth, not Yarmouth. Yarmouth is pretty. No, it's Yarmouth. I didn't know. I had no idea. So because now I know, I try to say it right. But, you know, them Canadians. Interesting. Just kidding. I mean, we're all interesting in our own strange way. Okay, Pearl can cook because she's quicker at it anyway. So let's go to Yarmouth. And then basically that'll be it for this episode. I mean, like I said, not a whole lot going on. We got back from the coast and it was windy as hell. Got a sunburn. My back of my neck is all red and tan or burning because it itches. So that's a good sign that it itches. So let's see. So we made $364,000. Wow. Somebody poisoned the water hole right there. So 405,000 pounds after the cruise expenses of 39,000 and 1,900. We ended up with $364,000. And honestly, that's not bad because we only been recording for like 20 minutes. So that's not bad at all. I mean, it is 10 times better than what it used to be. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to buy some bait and then go back out. So anyway, I will thank you guys for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, the whole 9 yards. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Take care.